I find a lot of used clothing, and I like to alter those pieces. Some pieces I get made. If I know a local artist, if I know a fiber artist, I'll have pieces made. Um, and I don't acquire a lot of new things. I just mend and patch and customize.
How does all that make you feel?
It seems like it's common sense. It makes me feel good. I love having a piece of clothing that I'm that I value being able to last longer, um, becoming more beautiful, um, getting more comfortable. I mean, they just kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I mean, they just get better and better. They're more personal. You appreciate them more. You take care of them better. Yeah, you have a relationship that I think is a little bit different than the relationship that a lot of people have with clothing. It feels healthier. Um, I'm not attached to them in the sense of them being a possession, but I am attached to them in that I've put love and care and some customization. I've put myself into them. So I value them more in that sense.
And emotionally, as you are doing mending, for example, this is a meditative process for you?
Definitely. It's a time where I get to be still. Um, there's a repetitive motion going on. It's just a time to stop and be intentional with your work as opposed to um, like doing tasks throughout the day. We all have things that we need to get done. We're all trying to kind of meet an end, whatever your lifestyle is. There's goals that you have for your day or a project. Um, and that's just what they feel like. They feel like tasks. Whereas when you're mending something, it feels more intentional. You're sitting there still with the item, and it doesn't, to me, feel like a task. It feels like a moment of peace, like a tea break or a yoga class, or it's like a self-care minute.
I wonder if you can comment on fast fashion and the idea of buying a lot of clothes and having a lot of churn.
I personally find I feel owning a lot of things. It's not comfortable for me. It's not. It feels pressure. I feel pressure owning things. I typically have if something comes in, then something doesn't necessarily go out, but it has to find a new life. I'm going to make something else out of it. I'm going to find a friend who needs it, but I don't like to collect things because there's a pressure to then carry those things through life with me. So I like having 10 things that I love that fit me as opposed to 50 things that I purchased for an evening out or an occasion. I don't like the occasional things. I don't. It's a lot of weight.
It's also more sustainable. Do you want to comment on that?
uh, yeah, I think absolutely less is more. I mean, it's always going to be more sustainable to be satisfied with less. That's just kind of basic math.
And in terms of social and emotional well-being, your choice to be low consumption, you're attracted to like-minded, so you find people who are like that.
Yes, it's probably the most comfortable and emotional give back I've gotten from any social circle that I've found in my life. It's a real people who tend to be like-minded in um, the longevity of their clothing, the sustainability, the sourcing of their clothing, their materials, their fiber, um, the like-mindedness in that community just seems to develop. For me, there's warmth, there's genuineness, there's intention, there's accountability, there's a lot of admiration for different skills. I mean, everybody's appreciating anything people are bringing in. It's just the best social circle I've found in my life, and I've had a lot of them, and they've all been fun, mostly. This one gives the most.
And the skills themselves that you use, are you self-taught, or how have you learned?
Self-taught, family. I was brought up in a family that mostly made their own clothes. That fell by the wayside the more successful my family got, but the skills were inset young. And I just took to it. That just felt like the direction I wanted to stay in.